Hey everyone, I'm Jeff Bacalar for CNET.com, and this is our very first look at the Sony PlayStation Vita. It's got a gorgeous 5-inch OLED screen on front that's a touch panel, and there's actually a rear touch panel as well that can respond to taps and gestures also. On either side of the screen are analog thumbsticks, which are flanked by stereo left and right speakers. Now, all the usual PlayStation buttons are present here as well, and there are left and right shoulder buttons. The D-pad is a little different than what you're used to on the DualShock controller or the PSP for that matter, but so far it's performed pretty well. Finally, there's a PlayStation Home button at the bottom left corner and a Select and Start button on the bottom right. Along the top are the power and volume buttons, in addition to the Vita game slot, which is where you can pop in games. Adjacent to that panel is also a mystery slot, probably for some accessory down the line. Now, it's not super easy opening these slots. They do have a small slit to maybe stick a fingernail in there, but it's not a very glamorous way to switch games or access these ports. A front and rear facing camera on the Vita, and below is a charging port and a headphones jack. Now, here's also where you'll find the Vita memory card slot, which actually opens up a bigger grudge that we already have with the new system. Believe it or not, a lot of Vita games will not work unless you go out and buy an additional proprietary format Vita memory card. Now, quite frankly, I'm a little shocked to see that Sony is shipping a product that won't play games unless you buy this memory card. Now, it's not so much that I'm upset the Vita needs a memory card to play games. That's not the first time we've seen that. But the fact that one isn't included in the box is really kind of ridiculous. In terms of its operating system, the Vita abandons that cross-media bar that we're all used to on the PSP and the PlayStation 3 and instead opts for a touch-based interface. Now, oddly enough, it's actually kind of similar to WebOS, where you can have multiple apps or cards open and swipe away the ones you want to close. It's actually really easy to use and very logical. It's smooth and zippy with reactions just like we've come to expect with something like the iPad. However, again, most of the apps included here aren't either activated yet because we have a Japanese one in US territory, or they require the memory card to operate. You won't be able to use the camera, music, or video player app without having a card installed in the system. I was really impressed with another feature called Remote Play, which essentially slings over your PlayStation 3 to the Vita. But unfortunately, you can't play games through this mode. In fact, a lot of the functionality is also missing here. Now, gaming is the Vita's biggest talking point, and it does it really well.